What? What is going on? It's broken. Oh no. The ear trainer's broken. Alright. I'll try this. I am reluctantly. I saw Paleac working on it earlier, so now I want to. I'm too easily influenced. Yeah, 46. He was doing 31, but I'm not that easily influenced. Dude, what is that? Bro. It's a cool dominant like seventh chord that can resolve to a major chord. What are the steps? Is it that? Just put a beat on there. Ooh, listen to that. Damn. That's a good one. $46 is 0, 16, 37. I don't know which one is which. Look at the search. Let's look at search. $16. Wait, how many steps of 46 are these? How many steps of that? Shit. Dude, come on. God damn, dude. What? Why? Dude, would you fuck off? Why doesn't it do what I want it to do? Dude, the ear drainer's down. Wait a second. There's 3. Okay, so they're each 3. So you said 0, 16, 37. Hey, Fitzgerald, what's up, dude? What's 16? Do I have that on? 417. I don't know where my small step is. Or my large step. So it only be 3, 6, 9, 15, 18. So now it should be right. And then 15 or 16, 19, 22, 25, 28, 31, 34. Is that right? No. Dude. Paliak was doing this in 31. Shouldn't the last step be 3 out of 31? He was telling me it was 1. But it should be 3, right? If you did it in 31, right? Yeah, it'd be 3. That's what I said, man. Making me feel dumb for no reason. Alright. Alright. So, how do I... So the last step is the large step. $104. That's what it said, right? Gaslight Itos. It's Mr. Leaky. Maybe we should discuss Mr. Leaky's hatred of 22 Ito. Now that it's the appropriate time. Mr. Leaky, would you like to state your case? Why have you forsaken the beloved 22 equal divisions of the octave? It sounds bad. Would anyone like to challenge Mr. Leaky's assertion? 22 sounds bad. LMAO, order in the court. No laughter allowed. This is a very serious. Just listen to Fesh's music. So the defense has stated its case. Mr. Leaky, how do you respond? What say you, Leaky sir? It sounds out of tune. Mr. Leaky, is it true that you claimed earlier in Mr. Paliak's most esteemed stream of streams that every Ito is beautiful except for 22 Ito? How do you respond, Mr. Leaky? Basically, yeah. 22 Ito is the first to be consistent in the 11 limit and has lower 11 limit relative than any smaller Ito. I'm not sure if that's a 4 or against. I'm assuming it's a 4. But I think that one could go either way. Do you respond, Mr. Leaky, to the universe's claim of 22's? That's a 4, obviously. Oh, sorry. The eye roll makes it quite clear. It has a lower 11 limit relative than any smaller Edo. I don't know what that means. Who cares about limit crap? Just making chords and they sound bad for ears. Based, I think Fitzgerald's been convinced. Fitzgerald, is it true that you are now convinced that 22 Edo is the only bad Edo? Has Mr. Leakey's poison seeped into your brain? Not really. Well, Mr. Leakey, you made a valiant effort to destroy the most wonderful Edo of Edos, 22 Edo, which, even if you don't think it's the best, it's still good, but you have less respect for 22. Oh my. What's good about it? What's good about it? It sounds good. You can play anything normal in it, and it sounds fine, sometimes quite nice. And you can do things you can't do in normal land. It has really cool sounds you can't get in 12 Edo. And like Universe just said, it's a zeta peak Edo and a zeta peak integer Edo. The math checks out. It sounds pretty bad though, and normal stuff sound like shart compared to 15 Edos. Stop arguing with RTT. Shaking my head. Well, Fitzgerald is gonna like your proselytizing 15 Edo, of course. But I don't know. 15 Edo is fine. In fact, 15 Edo, if you're going sharp 5, 15 Edo has about as sharp a fifth as anyone is willing to tolerate. But I don't know. I don't think it sounds better. It sounds fine. I mean, sure, some stuff in 15 sounds better than some stuff in 22, and vice versa. But I feel like 22 is more intuitive than 15, which, maybe after I'm more experienced, my opinion will change. But to me, that feels like an advantage. Also, 22 has a lot more colors available than 15. 15 does not have super majors or subminors. 22 sounds like the bad stereotypes of microtonal. I don't know what that means. I mean, that has nothing to do with the tuning. It's like, what? Why would you get that? Why would you only feel that way about 22 and not about every other tuning? It's just a bizarre thing to say. Mr. Leakey's trolling has gone next level. He's finally ascended to the uncanny valley of trolldom, where he's not just oh, this guy's just trolling. Now he's getting sticking his prongs into your Brian's. Like regular but bad. The uncanny. Yeah, he's at the point of trolling where you can't tell if it's trolling. It's like a high level trolling. Like Doman. No. Not like Doman. Although, yes, kind of, yes. A little bit. So Gordon taught me about the crazy Edos and I learned my own opinions. See, Mr. Leak, I understand what's happening now. Mr. Leaky sees me like a father figure of his microtonal development, and like all sons, he has to. He's going through this growing phase where he has, in order to grow a spine, he has to rebel against his creator. I'm very proud. This is my proudest moment in all of life. This is so beautiful. Mr. Leakey, I support your hatred of 22. I think I encourage you to go out and proselytize against 22 and join the 15 camp. You and Fitzgerald can spearhead the 15 movement. But I'm not abandoning 22. I am sufficiently Brendan Burns pilled. And I too have branched out on my own and explored 22 enough to know that I genuinely just love it. It's just great. I keep going back. Seriously don't know what's good about 22. It sounds like ours, but everyone likes it. You don't understand. Well, it's too bad. It's too bad. All right. Oh well. Nobody has said what's good about it. There's nothing to say. It just sounds good. We've said a lot of things. You get super majors and sub minors. They sound cool. It has a more complex major scale than 12. It has the super pipe and it has nice tone, and you can use them together to make like an ultra major. It's awesome. It's cool because you have like two flavors of the same pitches. Like you can do chords in, you can go to the 6 and then you can go to the down 6. Ultra major doesn't, I mean, super major is abrasive at first. Like in certain contexts, super major is very abrasive, but it sounds cool. Like when you get, it's not bad. Like it works as a super major. It works as a major, but it can also resolve to a major. If it was only super major and you didn't have the just major, it wouldn't sound as good. Also the flip side of super pipe is sub minor, and sub minor sounds awesome. Like you don't have to get used to that. It just sounds good already. If it sounds bad, just ignore it instead. I mean, you could say the same thing about jazz or like anything you're not used to at first. Jazz or classical or like avant-garde harmony or whatever. Jazz sounds good. I mean, I had to like get used to a lot of chords, you know. I used to never like blues, and then I just started listening to it all the time, and I started to like it. I don't know, or maybe not like it, but appreciate it and kind of get a sense for like what's good and what's not. You like ragtime? I mean, if you don't like 22, you don't like it. It's fine. You don't have to. You can go on not liking it. I don't know. I'm not a big people have told me before like about my music, like why not just do this in 12, because it just sounds like an out of tune 12. And I think that's silly. Like why not do it? If you like the sound, just do it. It's like, what do I care if one guy thinks it might sound better in 12? Like I didn't put it in 12. So 22 and 31 of the Idos most considered good. 31 is good. I mean 31 is good too. I mean they're both good for very different reasons. Like to me 31 is not not as fun. 31 is just not fun. Maybe when I get a Lumitone, it'll be more fun. But yeah. Anyway, it's enough arguing about Itos. But yeah, Mr. League is on anti-22 campaign. So for the next, Lumitone Fund, that's right. If you would like to donate to the Lumitone Fund, please click the link in my description, in the video description, and send me some cash. Or don't. That's fine. You don't. It's fine if you do, it's fine if you don't. It seems overrated, so you need to balance the scales. I mean, I'm doing a similar thing with 31. Like I go on an anti-31 campaign. So I get it. 22 is like not overrated though. Since Lumitone has 280 keys, I should buy a Lumitone when I reach 280 subs. Yeah, I should buy a Lumitone like 3 years ago, but I just can't afford one. But 31 sounds good. All right. That's like your opinion, man. How is it not overrated? How? Because there's tons of material promoting 31 Ito. Everyone loves it for good reasons. The reasons are many. One, Gleam. Have you heard Gleam? It's in 22. Two, Brendan Burns. A ton of his music is in 22. I think I don't know an exact percentage, but a lot of his music is in 22. Another reason, Starfish by Sevish, also in 22. Another reason, if you ever just play with 22, it's just fun. It's just fun. Anyone can write infinite cool music in any Ito. Okay, dude, well, then there's no reason to support any Ito. Every Ito is exactly the same. Different Itos have different characteristics. Like 22 is a lot of notes, and it's one of the only tunings of that size that I've been able to just sit down and start messing with. It kind of doesn't even matter what the layout is. Even like it's easy to play with. It's not too big. Once you get up in the 30s and stuff, tunings get harder to mess with. So like 31 is just unwieldy. It's hard to noodle around in. You have to have like a structure laid out. 22, it helps to have a structure, but it's not always necessary. And even if you have a structure in 31, like on a linnstrument, it's still like too big. It's too many notes. It's hard to play with. 22 is like in that sweet spot where it's like you have a lot of notes to play with, but it's not too many where it's too unwieldy. And nearby Itos are like hard to play with. 24 is hard to play with. 23 is hard to play with. 21 is hard to play with. 20 is hard to play with. 19 is a bit easier. 17 is fine. But with both of those, it helps to have a structure too. But yeah, I don't know. 22 is just, I don't know, it goes down easy. It sounds interesting. You can find the kind of normal connections to it pretty easily, but in an interesting way, because it has two options for everything. It has super pipe and it has nice tone, and nice tone is rank 3, which makes it interesting. Like in 31, when you go backwards to 12, you're basically doing mean tone, which is fine. Mean tone is fine, but like it's not, I don't know, it's just like a super clean mean tone. It's not very exciting. And 15 you have nice tone, which is very nice, but you don't have anything else. 19 is like 22 but good. Your favorite 19 is like not like 22 though, hardly at all. It's like not even similar. I mean they both I mean 19 is mean tone. 19 does have super major and sub minor. Honestly, that's another thing that is cool about 22 is that the super major and sub minor in 19 are like very like because 19 has mean tone, everything that's out of mean tone clashes really strongly with the mean tone. So when you try to do Zen stuff in 19, it's a very volatile tuning. Like it gets ugly so fast. Whereas 22 feels more blended. Like when you go you can move from the super majors to the majors and it doesn't feel out of place. Like they feel like they all belong to the same sphere. But in 19 it's like if you don't lock in to mean tone, it gets really tricky. So, and I don't have a problem with 19. I love 19. I think it's really cool, but it's just challenging in a different way. Like 22 goes down easy. It's a nice way to get into Zen and keep familiar territory. It's like to me, it's like the ultimate Zenilla tuning that I know of so far, 22. Because a lot of the tunings that are backwards compatible, they really want to lock into that backwards space. Yeah, 22 is the best Zanilla tuning. Yeah, well, what I see as an advantage, you see as a disadvantage. I mean, that's just a difference of opinion. There's nothing you can do about that. I like this. I like the smoothness of it. It's very smooth and blended, and it has a cool. I don't know. A lot of the scales that I like to work with sound good in 22. Like 22 has good Lydian, and it has like multiple Lydians. I like to do major scale stuff. It has a good major scale, and it's got a lot of interesting stuff too. It's got like a decent harmonic seventh. It's not like a great JI sounding, like you don't really get a lot of like buzziness or anything like that from it, but I'm not super attached to that. But it sounds really pleasant. Like the major chords are just they're very pleasant. It sounds really nice. Hey Peg, what's up, dude? I was inspired by your messing with Valentine, so figured I'd give it another shot. But yeah, I do think that last step. I was looking at it again. I was looking at it just now. That last step in Valentine, I think should be like should be a 3. Mr. Gordon's saying terrible things and spells trouble for the Gordonite orthodoxy. No, no. I like 22. You know I like 22. You're actively you're you're literally going. This is a targeted attack, Mr. Leaky. It's a very intentional, targeted anti 22 campaign you're on. Oh, you're doing a 16 step. Okay, I see. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. I thought you were doing a 15 note. Like like all the others. Or like Fitzgerald. You thought you were too? Okay. Yeah. Um yeah, I'm doing a 15 note. I'm doing a 46 though. Anyway, I got distracted because I wanted to argue with Mr. Leakey about 22 Ito because he's been dissing 22 for like a week straight. Even when I'm not around, even in your stream. No, if it doesn't count now because as far as you know, all that matters is how the fifth is divided. A lovely pastime. You're wondering where he got those treasonous thoughts from? My theory is that and I'm not really being serious here, but my theory is that Mr. Leakey has adopted me as his xenharmonic father figure. And since I'm like so 22 pilled and he's starting to get into it on his own, he has to rebel against me to find himself, you know. Like all good children, they must eventually free themselves from the shackles of their parentage. So since I am his symbolic microtonal father, he is he's just actively going against 22 Ito. Great interpretation, yeah. Are any of your sworn enemies here? I don't know. Who are your enemies, Doman? Do you like Doman? How do you feel about 22? Mr. Leakey is on an anti-22 campaign. I have decided that we should give voice to Mr. Leakey's hatred, for at least for a short time. We should highlight it and open the jury, open the like court is in session. Is 22 bad? Mr. Leakey. Mr. Paleak and Gordon are both big 22 fans, but I never understand because it sounds bad. That's the full story. I mean, in all, like he's obviously like trolling to some extent, and he's also like tired of it, like he doesn't get it, which is fine. But like that's how I feel about 31. Like, why is everyone so into 31? It's not that I don't like 31. Like I like it. I just don't. It just seems so overhyped. And I think Mr. Leakey feels the same way about 22. You're a contrarian about 31. I've used 31 many times, but I'll still diss it to some extent because it's the difference between saying a tuning is bad and saying it's overhyped. Like I think it's overhyped, so I go out of my way to like mention how like just mention what's wrong with 31, which is its unwieldiness. It's like you can't make any instruments with it. It basically defaults to mean tone. It defaults to like mean tone and diet JI. And there's nothing wrong with either of those things, but neither of them are particularly zen. And you know, it can be so clean that it's boring. The thing with Ito's like 22 or 31 are that it seems mostly about having a pretty clean fifth. I feel like 22's fifth is noticeably sharp, but yeah, it's on the flatter end of super pipe for sure. It's like not too bad. Like 27's is like really pushing it. And then obviously 5 Ito has like a really sharp fifth, but I mean that's still tolerable. In a world where 15 Ito exists, we do not 20. Yeah, but structurally, I mean structurally they're just so different. It's like 22 almost includes like a like they both have nice tone. So 22 has nice tone but it also has diatonic, like it has super pipe. So, I mean, 15 is good, but it's taken me so long to warm up to it, and still every time I go back to it, it's hard to use. And like the fifth and five Ito is very sharp. Like it's 20, isn't it 20 cents sharp? 720. It's like it's very sharp. And it doesn't have a lot of chords, like a lot of triads. It just has major and minor chords, and they just sound kind of funny. So I don't know. I like medium to large Itos because they tend to have like more chord types, and I like having several chord types. I'm not like super attached to neutrals, but I like I like having a sub and a regular minor and a major and a super. You find 16 interesting because it's terrible at approximating anything, but structurally really cool. Yeah, I haven't messed with 16 much. Is 16 anti-diatonic? I haven't messed with it that much, but yeah, it's highly composite. So it has a lot in common with 12. But I guess maybe it's like an anti-diatonic 12, almost. It's 2 to 2 to 2 to 2. Yeah. Um, yeah, I've recently started getting into 13, which I never thought I would, and into 27 more recently, which I've tried to get into 27 before, but always fail. But like just the last couple days, I'm like, I actually feel like I'm like kind of locking into it a little bit, like finding more stuff that I really like in it. To be fair, though, it's like the second or third most important interval. Talking about the fifth. Yeah, the quality of the fifth is definitely like highly prized for most composers. Because I mean, it makes sense because the music we're used to has a good fifth. What is this language of numbers? Yeah, we're just talking about different like microtonal tunings. Like basically, Mr. Leakey thinks that 22 Ito is not that great. 22 Ito is a pretty popular tuning, arguably one of the most popular alternative tunings. And I'm a big fan of it. I use it a lot. I have a special 22 Ito layout that I've been learning on linnstrument. And Mr. Leakey thinks that 15 Ito is way better than 22. That 22 is just not that exciting because it's just I don't know. It sucks ass, but everyone likes it, so we have to defeat it to balance the universe. Mr. Leakey's all about balance. Like Jacob Collier is a dumbass, you know. Um, yeah, I'm not like 15 Ito is cool and it does have some very enthusiastic proponents, but structurally it is so different from 12 that yeah, a lot of people do hate Jacob Collier for sure. Structurally it's so alien compared to 12 that it's even though it's close by a number of notes, it's like you have to be really into it to get into it, or really attracted to just like how different it is. Talking no Jacob Collier fans in here. Oh wow, I like Jacob Collier. I'm definitely a fan. But sad. You're a contrarian, so you like Jacob. Maybe Jacob got a lobotomy and started writing real music. You think he's a hack? Oh my goodness. It's crazy. I love him. I think he's a godsend. I mean, like I like his music, and then on top of that, like he's like actually like infiltrated like pop culture. Like he's not like a mainstream artist, but he's like buddied up with like all these mainstream artists like Chris Martin and Tori Amos and John Legend, and like he's like was discovered by Quincy Jones, and but he's like a super progressive, really more of a jazz guy that started getting into like just branching out, writing pop songs and stuff. But yeah, I mean he's obviously like on another level like compared to everybody. You wish he put less music in his music as well. Too much song in them songs. Yeah, he's like he like blends like two opposing forces, which are like pop, which is like all about simplicity and catchiness and like just being accessible to people who want to enjoy music, and like just like whatever prog means. Like I don't mean necessarily progressive rock, but just like that maximalist like super theory dense like just push a concept as far as you can and just do things because they're conceptual, because they're different. Like it's really cool that he's combining these two completely opposite ends of the spectrum. And like who really does that? And like most people when they combine them, they end up just finding this weird middle ground, which is kind of more like what I do, I guess. And yeah, Valentine is a temperament. Yeah, it's just a clickbaity title so that people who don't know what I'm doing might check out the stream. Yeah. Um, it worked. Yeah, hell yeah. Well, hopefully you enjoy this a little bit, or at least slightly intrigued. Valentine is a type of scale with yeah. So Valentine is a temperament, and I can show you the scale. Um, uh, hold on. Here, let me do a fresh one. So this is a 15 note scale, and basically Valentine slivers a fifth, or slices a fifth into 9 equal slivers. So I think it's like Carlos, what is it, Carlos Alpha or Gamma or whatever does the same thing. So that's the scale more or less. And yeah, you're here for the equal slivers. Nice. Um, yeah, I don't know where the name came from. It might be like named after a person or something. Thank you for rescuing us from Jacob. Give you a song. I'll show you. There's not a lot of songs in it. Paleag was working on something, but I don't know how far along it is. I'll show you Fitzgerald's. This is a waltz, and yeah, it's very niche for sure. I'll try to find what Paleac was working on too.
Hey Meta, play my gallery music.
And then here's some Paleac was working on. I think he's playing
More percussion. We're just going to keep adding layers. Okay, let's take that.
I don't know when he actually plays through the song.
Alright. And then maybe over here we go down an octave. Can we do that? If space. Then with to use. I mean, I'm
trying to find where you play the song.
This sounds better. This is like, it's like working with the bass more.
I don't know if you did like a render of what you have. I'm trying to show this guy some Valentine stuff. Yeah.
So just the release still fucking sucks. I guess it's because it's time.
But anyway, I tried messing with Valentine earlier. Okay, cool. So yeah, Paleac will send me like what he has so far, so I can just show you that. I don't know if did anyone else do one? See, I'm just trying to find something in this. I actually when I've messed with it the other day, I did not really like it. Oh wait, Universe sent something. Hold on. Universe sent this. Hold on, let's look this as well. So that's not finished, but it sounds pretty nice. Yeah. Dude. Hey, where's the drums? Man, am I really gonna do this with these drums? Dude, stop. How do we feel about Niels Fromm? Does he do any Valentine? I doubt he has done Valentine, but maybe. I don't feel anything about him. I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with him. Definitely heard the name. Yeah, I don't really remember what he's done. Bro. So why is this here? Makes no sense. Dude. For some reason when I click delete, it doesn't work half the time now. Oh wow, it lines up in such a weird, almost exactly how it should and not how it should. So alright, here's a PLX thing. What do you have so far? Unfinished. Low key a vibe or loud a vibe. See myself now. Kind of showing Ricky one eye. The microtonal stuff. So yeah, we're all working on Valentine because it's tuning of the month in the xenharmonic alliance. So every month we vote on a just a tuning to mess with. Obviously it's not obligatory, but a lot of people will choose to participate. So that's why like Universe is working on something and Paleax working on something, and I'm revisiting it reluctantly because I was inspired by Paleac earlier. Actually, like really didn't want to touch it because when I was noodling on it towards the beginning of the month, I just was not into it. Cause not J. No, I mean I'm not a JI dude. Oh, you're talking about Doman. Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, why don't you mess with it, Doman? I have a stupid loop, so I can start with this. And then, loop it, obviously. Or maybe it's not obvious. But loop it. And then, add some bass. I sort of have an idea that I want to try. Now I have to. Did I make a Valentine tune file? I might have. Yeah, so in order to do this stuff, you kind of have to know how to retune your synths and all that. It's not really that difficult, but there's a very small learning curve. Valentine, 46 Edo Valentine. 15 or 9 up. Which one am I using? $15. Okay, so we'll do that. 46 Edo Valentine. King Gizzard the Lizard Wizard. Nice, yeah. You thought of doing a D10? Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be dumb, but you came around to it, forced yourself out of your comfort zone. You're out of your comfort zone because you started working on some compositions in the 16-step scale, and it's so large it feels unwieldy. 16-step scale that isn't Valentine, sad. Yep, it isn't. I guess I'm still a bit salty about how the tuning of the month turned out. You were there since its inception. One of the things that made you a horrible troll. Yeah, I was kind of bummed out on this one this month, but whatever. It's fine. It's good. It's great. It's good to be disappointed sometimes, you know? It just shows you that, just reaffirms that everyone should just listen to you. And that. Alright. It's not good. So I want to see the other part. So I can line it up. No, I can't see the other part. Oh. Actually, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Alright, so, what's it called? Valentine, because people came up with names are the worst. Seems to do dicot is fifth, split in two, tetracot, split in four, split in nine, call it Valentine. Ooh, that rhyme. Never mind, it all makes sense. Tetracot sounds awesome, though. To be fair, Valentine sounds better than Eniacot. Yeah, that one is great because it follows a naming convention. Yeah, the people who just like dumb names. But split in six is called Miracle. Call it hexacot or sixcot. It's pretty good. Give me some chemistry level naming conventions. Say that Miracle is quite aptly named. Good God. It's awful. Miracle is crazy work. There's an old scale that has like 4 names given by 4 people, and somehow a dude who did nothing then renamed it is mentioned on the wiki first. Strongest, most vocal complaint about the community. Knowing nothing about this, I stand with you, brother. To be honest, I hate the pointless math wink more. The names are just noise. Or sister. I like the math wink. The pointless math wink hides behind cool names that take up brain space. And Mr. Leakey did not correct this spelling. Interesting. Both sides are valid, in my opinion. Did I shame Mr. Leakey away by defending 22? Both sides are valid. Kind of easier to tune out. I can't remember half the names for things you're actually using. He'll come around. I hope so. Mr. Leakey, without you, I am nothing. The stream would be nothing without Mr. Leakey. And I'll be the first to admit it. So please, please forgive our arrogance and our foolish, sinful lust for 22. You are truly correct, and we're all just dumb asses. But you know, who among us is above, you know, dumbassery, truly? Only Mr. Leakey. So I hope you'll find it, if not in your heart to forgive, at least to tolerate my 22. 22 is the go. Musical lines and the stand of it wrong. Oh my god, this is the second worst thing I've ever made. Um, let's see. How can I make this even worse? Where's Saitala? Found it. Dude, I heard a sick kick earlier. Or was it? No. No. Yes. There we go. Let's get that sick kick. Is that this? What? All mics. What is this? All right, let's get some of these. Do I have any of those in here? No. Stranger. Terrorist bleep. Don't want that. I should use that. Not using that. Yeah, it's that thing. Oh, I need a yeah. Perfect. Listen to that. Holy shit. Dude, Doman, check this out. What do you think of that? Amen break. Gobbledygook. Hold up. A lot of chat to read. Everyone has more ROM in their Brian's. It's not my business what you enjoy doing. I just don't agree with the math wink. Being on the front-facing side of the Zen community. Zen is for everyone, not just math geeks. I'm about that, that's sure. If you don't find it useful, that's fine. Other people do. People approaching Zen differently. People approach Zen differently. Math geeks and non-math geeks. Yup, says Fitzgerald. While true, I do agree with Doman that I think it seriously hurts the community's outreach, pedagogy, and how welcoming it is. Actually used some math in code. I just never shared much of it. Just the intense focus on it. The wisdom we can learn from our most esteemed professors, the math is not necessarily indicative of the sounds. Very well put, Mr. Lee. I mean, look at the page and some stuff I don't understand, but I just focus on the stuff that I do understand. Yeah, I could have said that. Well, even if not even the focus is just the overwhelming gobbledygook verbosity. Sorry, I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing things like that. Gobbledygook, great word. Right up there with flabbergasted. Amen break. Most musicians are not math geeks. If the pile of silly words and questionably useful math is the greeting they get, many of them will turn away. What do you propose we do to fix this, Doman? The governor is going to come get Mr. Guradron for his beep. A sizable amount of Zen musicians are math geeks. This is true. Yes, because the barrier to entry is being a math geek. Good, interesting point. On the other hand, it attracts way too many math geeks who have little to no interest in making music or helping each other with it, or helping others with it. Paleac, I got into Zen because I was a music geek. I kind of agree. As a beginner, all I mostly see is the crazy math stuff, and it's overwhelming. Yeah, for sure. For sure. We got to break down these walls. Thank you, Ricky One Eye. I was waiting for someone to say it. We do. We got to tear down the math music wall. The theorists and the musicians need to join hands and make this community more welcoming to randos. If it wasn't such a fascinating subject, I'd have given up long ago with how frustrating it's been. Who wouldn't? You know what I mean? Who wouldn't? But together we can fix this. You know what I mean? We can make regular folks who don't know numbers good microtonalists. Give them a 15 Edo banjo. Let them rock it. You know what I mean? Just hand out 14 Edo harmonicas. You know what I mean? The number of talented producers I've tried to get into this that don't pursue it because it's so daunting is literally 100% of them. That means Paliak has failed 100% of the time. That is a high failure rate. That's an impressive failure rate. To be fair, I have convinced 0 people to get into this as well. In fact, the one friend of mine who was like vaguely interested in it was like asking me to help him set some stuff up. So I was like telling him all this stuff he could do, and then I asked him a couple months later, "Hey man, how's that? Did you get your keyboard set up with all that?" "Oh no, dude, I got busy with other things. I got a lot to do." Doman said, "I actually bounced off the wiki years ago. That's why I hate the math wink and jargon. Just regular guys with ears and brines." Thank you, Mr. Leakey. Well put, well put. Give the children 7 Edo kalimbai. Are these worthy to be in the same drum kit? Let's find a good sample snare. I think I want a crazy electronic snare. Not that. That's crazy. Too much reverb. Oh, I like that. I think I've used that one before. Don't like that. That's a good one. That one's silly. That's not a snare. What is that? That one's like a whip. That's kind of fun. Hit. Dude, that's so silly. Who would say that's a snare, man? Why is that in this folder? That's not a snare. Get out of here, dude. Cool. I'm gonna throw that in here somewhere though. Where should I put that? I think I need like 3 snares. I need like a normal, like a regular guy snare. Just a kicking back, drinking beers with the boys kind of snare. That's not it. Man, these snares are weak. That's not a snare. What is that? It's not even anything. Dude. Alright, these snares are not good. Where are my good snares? Good snares. Dude, I should try an AI snare. Let's see. Dear AI. What should I say for the snare? What about snappy snare? You love weird snares? Check. Alright. I convinced you? Oh, hell yeah, dude. 15 yards. Oh no. The technical problems are serious too. Superstar Saga's 19 Edo introduction doesn't have a super complicated math. Quite simple enough to understand. Yeah, I'd like to see more like basic theory videos on microtones that aren't like. I don't want the whole like fucking fill, man. There we go. No, that one does suck though. Dude, what is that? It's not snappy, man. Dude, it's so weak, dude. What, like a poppy? Oh god. What is it like? Like a high frequency snare with sizzle and snap. No way this is gonna turn out well. Fire snare. What snare? Oh, not the one I put in there for fun. It's for what you can do to help people get into Zen you kind of don't know. You think your background story is a bit weird, maybe. Snare was pitched down. You love weird snares. Oh, it was pitched down, that's why it sounded like that. Fight the gatekeepers, but it's a negative part of it, not positive. Really can't do videos. I don't think they're gatekeepers. If people are scared off by the math of it, then that's their problem. Those who are truly interested are going to be like, I don't get this math stuff. Is there a simpler way? Right. So we need to, like, you know, make videos for those. Damn, dude, that's insane. It's not what I want, though. That. That's an interesting sound. Not what I'm looking for at all, but these are both kind of interesting sounds. Wait, there's more? Interesting. I like those sounds. Maybe I'll download those two sounds. Okay, what about snare? What's a good snare? How do you can someone give me like good audio terms I've like done? Like how do I get a snare that sounds like, you know, dirty snare? Dirty snare. Like it gives you all these words. Should I use more terms? It is gatekeeping. Should I call it gatekeeping snare? You can gatekeep without intending to. Don't agree. It's not like math. Is there a problem? Filthy, dirty snare. Oh, there we go. Filthy. Yeah, that's good. Was up. What about muddy? Sucks to suck, that's their problem. Well, it does suck to suck. Wait, no, sorry. No, gotta lend a helping hand, you know? Filthy, dirty snare. Alright, let's try it. If the goal is to make it accessible, then remove barriers. It's that simple. Yeah, I mean, you don't see a lot of people just like showing up with like random scales, you know what I mean? And usually when that happens, they don't get a lot of attention, you know? There's not a whole lot of like, I was just being creative, trying out these different notes. All right. What? How did they get that from this? That one's actually not too bad. That one's not too bad either. Alright, I kind of like all of these, so... Alright, let's see what we can do with this junk. Dude, show me the freaking folder, man. AI noise. Let's load one of these. Yeah, I like that first little sound. So I'll use that. I think this one's fine. It's down. And then, where do I put that noise? I like that sound. And then, I actually use that other snare too. It's a little louder. And then, let's see what this thing does with kick drums. What should I do for kick drums? Let's see. Dirty is gatekeeping. People are overwhelmed by information, then they'll say so. People say that frequently, which indicates an ongoing problem. No, they just go away. Happen to you, it can happen. And you can actually handle way more math than most people. Same example in the XA server. I'm actually curious to see a case. I don't know what is the point with defending additional barriers. Me asking about Valentine temperament for an hour on the tuning of the month thread and getting largely indecipherable verbiage. Any Zen wiki page? Years ago, I looked at the wiki and it was no help. I've seen some Yahoo list archive and it was arcane and unreadable. Does this sampler come with samples or do I need to drag my own drum sounds in? It does come with samples, actually, yeah. Saitala, highly recommend. But yeah, it just works. I think you have to pay for it. I think it was $25 or something. But I can't remember totally. I think when I first got it, it was free, and then they made it a pay thing. So I just went ahead and forked over the money because it was not very expensive. But it does come with some samples. But the samples it comes with are not great, to be honest. But they're fine. A lot of times I'll use the default kit and just to map out a beat, and then I'll replace it with better sounding samples. But yeah, it's called Saitala. They're saying here's a problem, and you're saying it's no problem instead of just I don't relate, but I can still acknowledge your experience. It's all better now, but still, you said yourself if they struggle and are scared out by math, that's their problem. Everyone's got problems, man. What kind of kick should I do no, I should do a big wobbly kick. No. Yeah, why not? Just type in shit. See what happens. What about 8-bit distorted 8-bit kick? How many of these can I do before they ask for money? You gotta go. Later, Fitzgerald. Have a good one. River dance stomp kick. That's funny. Wow. I'll try that one as well. Rat kick. Rat kick? What? I met people who want to get into microtonality, but you can approach the scale from less mathy way. Rat kick's gotta be good. Whoa. That's not bad. That's actually not bad. What the heck? Alright. It's more of a bass than a kick, but I guess they're the same in some contexts. Damn, that's so deep. Jeez. This one's just too deep. I can't even hear it. I could probably use some of that. I'll just get that for whatever. I don't know. I'll probably never use it, but we'll see. Okay, rat kick. It's kind of a great sample. Yeah, this is a good use of AI. Like, it's not giving you a whole sound. It's just giving you, like, I mean, a whole song. It's just giving you, like, random sounds and stuff. Like, that I like. Like, I would like to see, like, I would like to see, like, a synth that you can, like, you can, like, set certain parameters, and then you can get AI to, like, randomly generate sounds based on those parameters, where it's not like a this knob does this. It's like this knob, you know, pushes it towards a certain idea, but it'll either do this, it'll give you a sample, or it'll give you a timbre, or, you know what I mean, instead of just like giving you a whole sound, a whole song like that. Like what, like someone typing in a prompt and getting a whole song just seems like defeats the whole purpose. But like getting sounds, like, I mean, that's just sick. Alright, rat kick. Let's hear it. I'm a well-documented minion to the AI. Part of you is instinctually flinching at this, even though it's benign use. Math is one thing, but there's also people who lack the empathy to bury newcomers with words they can't possibly understand because they are well new to that. They're asked to get jargon hazing on XA. What's... Oh, that's that sound. The rat kick is so sick. Synplant 2 has built-in AI. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Everything is like $200, so I can't buy anything. It's like $150. You want more of that rat? Synplant uses AI to resynthesize sounds with an FM synth. That sounds interesting. The last kick is nuts. It's not a kick. It's not a kick at all. For rats, it is. What is this though? That's what I want to know. Like, what even is this? That's like the rats that lived in my refrigerator. They like crawled into like the styrofoam in my refrigerator and like lived in there. And they would like eat it, and you could hear them like clawing at it. This is what it sounded like. It's not a kick. It's not a kick at all. This at least has like some low end to it. Like this has, like I can take pieces of this and actually, you know, imitate a kick. I have to like throw it in there though. I mean, I can't not use it. I gotta use the squeak. Dude, that could actually be percussive. Some of these sounds. Ah, fuck it. Just get them all. Take them all, dude. Live a little. Stepping on the dead rat. I get what you mean. When Yo Variable and I were working on the 22 Ito intro series, I was like, wait, are people even going to know these terms? When you use words on a daily basis, it's easy to forget that other people don't know what they mean. Yeah. Put a rat under the kick pedals on the drum kit and squish it every time. What the? Dude. Come on. That's how it sounds? Oh, okay. That's how they got this, right? Should I do one more, or should I just start making music? I kind of want to do one more. What's I kind of want like an 8-bit kick. I want like a cartoony 8-bit kick. Should I just say that? Does anyone have any ideas? Give you a prompt? You EQ then layer. Yeah, exactly. You can definitely like do stuff to these sounds to get better sounds. Oh yeah, river dance stomps. I forgot about that. All right, let me I'll do that one too. But then I should actually start playing in Reaper. I like how they brand this, bringing your imagination to life. I didn't really imagine shit. This is like the least imaginative thing I've ever done. It's like just the vaguest thing I've ever typed in. Oh, not kit. Fuck, I meant kick. Kick drum. I don't want the kit. Riverdance is gonna be fire. I don't know how many of these I get for free, or if it's just endless. It's not 8-bit at all, dude. There we go. I like that. Not very 8-bit though. That one's nice though. I kind of like how there's a few in there. I feel like these could work in tandem. I kind of don't care about that one, but I'll just download it anyway. Alright, Riverdance Stomp. I don't know if it's unlimited. I think it's not, but I can't remember. I have this little percentage bar, so I don't know if that has something to do with something. I think this is like the 8th or 9th one I've done. Oh, chiptune instead of 8-bit. That's a good idea. game was that? Dude, what is this? Do they even know what I'm saying? Dude. It's failed really hard. It has no idea what I'm asking for. The river dance dancer stomp on the floor with their foot. It's a pound. It's a pounding sound. Pounded by a clog. Are those clogs? What are those? Whatever. Close enough. You're such a fraud. You've used AI artwork so much, and the second audio starts happening, you're like, wait, no. Really? Why though? I mean, don't you download like tons of like samples that like other people went out and like just yoinked from nature and stuff, and like it's not like you had anything to do with those, you know, but you still like use them. Like anyone who works with samples, like none of us, like most of us don't make any samples. We just steal them. This one is sort of it. Sounds sort of like it. It's gonna be real bad in 5 years. Synthplant 2 is probably the only unlimited new sound generator out there. It's gonna be, yeah, I don't know. So what was it? Chiptune kick. All right, last one. I should have stopped 10 minutes ago. Last one of these. Try to ask it to make some industrial sounding. Oh, what the hell, man? Maybe next time. I gotta wrap this up. I spent enough time collecting samples. That one's a little much, but I could probably, you know, use it. Baboon Balst. It's more like a, yeah, none of these are like really what I'm looking for, but this one's the closest, I guess. Yeah, those were really lame. Industrial kick. Nin kick. Alright. Just because those other ones were so disappointing, I'll do this one too. How do they make those 8-bit kicks? Do they use like a square wave or something? Does anyone know? That's cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, dude, I like that. Dude, that one's sick. Alright. That one's ambient. Could have some use down the line. It's probably usable. I don't know. Square wave, yeah, and just modulate the pitch really fast. So what if I tried like chip tune square wave kick? And what is it called when you bit crushed? Yeah, just put bit crushed, I guess, at the end. Alright, let's see if that gives me more like what I'm looking for. Maybe I should have made square wave one word, I don't know. To properly use a Commodore 8-bit sampler, you have LSDJ for GameBot, you might grab some samples from it one of these days. Alright, none of these sound anything like what I'm looking for. Okay, I give up on that. Alright, well that was fun. I think I have enough random noise for now. Like maybe that's usable. It's literally has nothing to do with what I was asking for, but maybe I could do something with it. So now I have like a trillion new samples. No, not that many, I guess. Alright. So let me load up some more of those kicks. So we'll find one of these kicks. So where's... Load up some more kicks. These are both kind of cool. And I had that sound too that I liked. Did I already pull that in here? Is any of this good too? I could potentially use that. Oh, there's this too at the end. So I could use different pieces of this. What is this? That shit's sick. Let's put the other one in there too. And then the rat. Can I zoom in on this? Apparently not. I can't freaking see it. Where does it start? Where's the squeak? rats. I know there's a rat on here. Where is he? And then, I got enough kicks, man. I don't even know if I'm gonna use, probably not even gonna use half of these. Alright. Yeah, I don't know why that river dance didn't work out. That was weird. But whatever. What are you gonna do? Jeez, dude. Thanks for hanging out, Ricky. Have a good night. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Jesus. Boom, 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 boom. Man, this is like the worst idea I've had. Dude, the freaking drums are not lined up. Wow. What am I even gonna do with this? Just sounds insane. Dude. Why can't I do this? Dude. Hmm. You know, Feel guilty, can't forget about it. Did you get so passionate? You say something? Nah, you're good, dude. You know, people don't always agree. You know, it's just you know, at least in my opinion, I don't think you said anything wrong. Just sharing your perspective. You know, I mean, am I wrong for liking 22 Edo? You know what I mean? Is Mr. Leaky wrong for not liking it? Like, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. We're all, you know, we all have our own opinions on everything. I think it's neat that, you know, people are passionate about this stuff and care about it, you know, regardless of what they're, you know, I don't agree with everybody. It kind of doesn't matter. It's just the fact that, you know, people want to make microtonal music, and they want there to be a community behind it, and you know, we're still like trying to figure out how to make it grow. And everybody has their own idea of like how that's going to happen, or how it should or shouldn't happen, or why it's not happening faster, or blah blah blah, you know. You hope you didn't anger Paleac by saying that, like, if people turn away by the math, that's their problem. I don't think you delivered it in the right way. I don't think you were rude in how you delivered it. I think, you know, I mean, I don't have that conversation memorized, but from what I recall, you were just saying, you were saying if people are overwhelmed, then they will say so. People are scared by the math of it, and that's their problem. Those who are truly interested are going to be like, I don't get this math stuff. Is there a simpler way? Yeah, it's not the same thing as saying like you should have to. You weren't saying that you should have to learn the math. You were just saying that, you know, if somebody doesn't get the math and they're trying to get involved, won't they speak up? Won't they look for help in some way? And I think that's where the other, I think that's where whoever chimed in and said that, you know, it doesn't always work that way. Like ideally it does work that way. Like you're in a situation where you're uncomfortable and you start to ask questions or start to look for another approach, and other people help you out. But the reality is usually not that smooth and wholesome, you know, unfortunately. But I don't know. It's also weird to like you can conjecture, but like most of the people like who hang out on the stream are already involved. Like none of us were discouraged by the none of us were discouraged by the scene from getting involved. Like I would be curious if anyone hangs out on the stream who's like maybe likes being around this stuff but doesn't feel qualified to participate in it. Like like I know like JP for instance, I don't think he makes any microtonal music. But I wonder if he would, maybe if he felt like he had better resources or better help or something. You know what I mean? Like I wonder if there's probably people who come in who, I mean there's definitely 100% people who show up to the stream who are not making microtonal music. Some of them might be inspired to try it. Some don't want to try it. They're just, you know, kind of want to see what I'm doing and see what's going on. And just find that entertaining or interesting. And then, but yeah, I'm curious, like, of that. There's probably some proportion of people who show up to the stream or see microtonal content or music, or I guess probably music, or like educational videos or something, and don't feel qualified to try. Like, I think, but would like to, but don't feel qualified to try. Like, those people, I think we could learn from. Like, those are the people who are gonna help us to learn how to, like, grow the community. Because I wonder what their complaints are specifically. Just don't want Paleac to pay you as inconsiderate because we would said either. I wouldn't worry about it, dude. I'm sure you're fine, dude. You could always, you could probably reach out to him on Discord. Just tell him, I don't think he's here right now. But yeah. Yeah. I'm sure it's fine though. I'd be surprised if anyone held any ill will. Uh, Everybody's got their opinions, and it's not gonna. Yeah, if you can handle 13, you can handle anything. All right. What Oh, man, it's kind of late. I was working on some 13 Edo thing. I don't know if I want to check that out or let's go back to 22 until I go to bed. I'll try to do 13 for a second. So, what do I have going on this? Oh yeah, I love this sound. Alright, I'll mess with this. Let me set the camera. Oh man. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think I don't know. I kind of imagine like somebody who doesn't know microtonal music, if they just see people engaging with the ideas and like talking about it, literally even arguing about it, and just kind of like see how much people care about it. You know what I mean? I think for some people it would make no difference, but I think there are people who will kind of like become more interested in it just because they can tell how interested other people are in it. So I say that to say that I think that like letting the debates happen like on stream and stuff where it's like a format where like any random can be recommended to stream. It's it's probably better to like just let those conversations happen as long as it doesn't turn into like insult fests and pure trolling. Yeah, I think people just, even if they don't know the specifics of what we're talking about, they'll pick up on the passion and the interest, and they'll, even if they don't fully get it, they'll start to like take sides and stuff. You know what I mean? It's the same as any drama, you know what I mean? Like you don't necessarily know the people, you don't necessarily know the circumstances or whatever, but you kind of get sucked into the energy of it, the emotional energy of it, and all that. And the fact that it's microtonal and microtonal music it just is interesting. I mean, I think it'd be interesting to a lot of people in the right sort of context. Like I think if someone were to stumble into like a math lecture, that would turn most people off. But when you have like 5 people kind of like I think that silly arguments about Itos and stuff, I think those are probably more engaging to a casual viewer than like an actual in-depth conversation about actual math, you know what I mean? Or like if there ever were to be an argument about chords or something, you know, just something like sort of understandable but sort of simple on the surface. And I don't know. For you, sometimes you see 2 microtonalists talking, you don't understand everything. Oh, I already read that. If it weren't for microtonality and RTT specifically, you wouldn't be so motivated to want to pick up your linear algebra book again. But once you stop your job, you do want to start reading it again, thanks to RTT. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting stuff. I mean, I don't have time to like. Well, it's not that I don't have time. I'm just not. I'm not gonna push myself to like go too deep into like RTT and stuff. Cause not anytime soon anyway. Cause I just have so much to do already without learning it, and I don't really see the point. I don't personally have like not knowing it in depth is not getting in my way really. Like, and I like the community and I like going on XA and I like trying to keep up with like the meta and stuff, and I try to learn at least a little bit about all the perspectives and stuff and all the ideas, but like if XA shut down tonight or tomorrow or whatever, like I already have enough information to keep me busy for the rest of my life and I'd still constantly be exploring new material, new chords, new sounds, like there's just, I mean, there's just already so much, like and I feel like there's not enough theory that really like digs into a particular tuning, you know? Like we really need more of that. Like we need more like experts on particular tunings. But I you know, I accept and admit that it's really hard to just like pick one and just stick with it. Because there's just so much to try and it's very exciting. This sounds sick, but it's in 12. Alright, now it's in 13. You would show more videos like the 19 Ito series. I mean, I really think y'all should, you know, do the 22 version of it, or do some tuning, you know. There's a lot of stuff that's rather abstract and needs some extra work from the reader to be practically applied. Yeah, I hope variable will, I don't know what variable's been up to, but I hope y'all get, I hope y'all will at least do it at some point. Like, do that video. I don't know where variable's been really. I think maybe playing Fortnite or probably doing school. I don't know. I'm busy trying to beat your records. Probably a little bit of that, but school's mostly a waste of time. Yeah, I know what you mean. But you gotta do it. What is post-secondary? College? You got an accounting diploma? Probably could use it though. I mean, people need accountants. Dude, what's my freaking camera breaking, man? It's so annoying. during audio school in April. Yeah, if I ever go back to school, I would study that, basically. Study music production. But I will never go back to school. But, in a hypothetical world where I would, that's what I would learn. Dude, those chords are sick. Dude, that's sick. so crazy. This fucking chord, dude. What is that, man? It's so nuts. I love that. That's the gnarliest thing. Oops. I ran into the next thing. I have too many random things on here. Depends on how much it costs where you live. From what you've heard, in some places, it's actually cheaper to pay a highly skilled teacher for one-on-one lessons. Obviously, you hate schools. Primary and high school were mostly like prison. You were too wacko to fit in the university. Hate school too in general. You don't want to, but you suffer bad procrastination. That is what's the worst. Couldn't stream yesterday and you're still in a foul mood. Oh no, Dylan, you gotta get your stream on, dude. Gear failure is so silly. You have $4,000 Lumiton. How many times do you need Google Meets to fix it? Is that what they do? They have a meeting with you and they tell you how to fix it. It's so silly. Dude, those things should not break, man. They're $4,000, dude. It should be freaking bulletproof, man. And I hear about them breaking all the time, dude. And like lights not working and all kinds of stuff. Oh, I'm sure I'll have problems, and as soon as I do, I'm gonna be very, very angry. I'm gonna be one of the maddest customers they've probably had. I'm not gonna be polite because I already want to give them a piece of my mind, dude. It's just been stewing for so long. First like opportunity I get, I'm gonna complain. I'm really showing my age, but it's the truth. Oh, I know, I should do it on stream. I should yell it. I should get on customer service with Lumitone on stream. That would actually be a great public service. Unfortunately, gear and its pricing doesn't work like that. I mean, maybe not technically, but like no one doesn't understand. You know what I mean? If you're on the phone with a company and you forked over so much cash for their product, it's not unreasonable to get mad about something not working. You know what I mean? Like you're paying 4K for a MIDI controller. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's for microtonality. It's like absolutely amazing, but it's still a $4,000 MIDI controller. Like the price is because of the low volume. I mean, here's the thing though. Would there be such a low demand for it if it wasn't so ridiculously overpriced? Like how many people have I seen say, "Oh, I wish I could afford a Lumitone"? Like the whole attitude of that company, like just it almost says, just like it feels like they're like we're being taken advantage of. It feels to me like if they really believed in like the microtonal thing and its potential to grow, they would make every effort they could to like make an affordable instrument, or even like take a loss for a time to just to put it out there. Now I wouldn't say that someone should have to take a loss. I'm just saying like that's the sort of behavior that you would see from a company that is saying, "Oh, you know what? This is the future of music. This is something we want to spearhead. We want to get behind it." I mean, who paid for what they have? You know, I don't know their situation. I'm just saying this is. I don't know how they got started. You know what I mean? Everyone with a company has access to some kind of money. That being said, I don't know that they could afford it. I don't know the details of their. I don't know their situation like that. I'm just saying that when you charge 4K for a MIDI controller, that just says this is a small thing. It's going to be a small thing. We got to get as much money out of every one of these as we can. And then they don't even have the resources to support like making sure they're all in working order. You know what I mean? It's like you got to wait weeks just to get with customer service, and you know, it's like how many of these things are actually breaking? Like everyone who I know about who has one talks about how they break. Like just about. Like almost everyone who I know who actually has one has said at some point that, you know, the keys pop out, the lights stop working, like something about it breaks. It's just that it seems a little shady, honestly. Like I don't really feel very good about the company because of the price, because of the problems with the controllers, and the only thing I do like about them is that they make them. You know what I mean? They obviously had microtonal music in mind from the inception, but I think the attitude is not a very optimistic one that's being communicated by the company in subtle ways. And I feel like if they would go down on the price, more people would buy them. I think it goes without saying. Chicken and egg problem, you're sure they could really reduce the price if you order 1,000 of them? Yeah, but you know, every new business starts at a loss. I mean, that's how starting a company works. Like you have to have access to funds to begin with. Like you have to get to a point where you generate a profit. And when you're like creating a new instrument, like you're making decisions along the way of like, you know, how much, like they have to decide how much they have to charge. Like how much does it cost to produce one of those really? I don't mean how much does it cost to like start a whole company that can get those things produced, but like what are the, you know, per lumeton, what's the real price? What's the markup on those things? Like it's got to be insane. It's got to be absolutely phenomenal. Like, do they really have to charge $4,000 for one of those? Like, no way. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I doubt it. I really doubt it. If they made affordable instruments, more people would buy them. The more people that buy them, the more people that get interested in them. It's like it's holding the whole thing back. It's a price. It's way overpriced. It's just overpriced. It's not good. It's not good for anybody. Yo, dog fan, what's up, dude? Welcome back. Welcome back. How you doing? How you Anyway, I can't wait for like Roland or somebody to actually just produce an affordable version. Like if Roland put one out, it would cost $2,000. It would make sounds. You know what I mean? Like it's so ridiculous. I know it's just like one of these companies that can actually like afford to like take a risk just needs to start making a microtonal instrument. You know what I mean? Like Ibanez needs to make a 17-meter guitar, or or like, you know, like I want Roland to make a hexagonal key isomorphic keyboard with sounds. You know what I mean? That would be like just perfect. Or, you know, or Cork or whoever. I don't care who specifically does it. Like maybe Arturia would do something like that. I don't know. Someone somewhere must have thought of the idea, and like for some reason they're not doing it. You know what I mean? I know the instrument is expensive too for its size. And the thing is, the instrument is overpriced for its size, but it is not so steeply priced that it's inaccessible. You know what I mean? It's like there's a difference between an overpriced $1,100 controller and an overpriced $4,000 controller. Like, there's so many people could get an $1,100 controller. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people still don't want to. I mean, a lot of people still can, obviously. But then, you know, there's some people who can, but who still are like, well, that's too steep for what that is. And I agree with them. You know what I mean? It's overpriced. But it's not overpriced to the point that it gets me angry, because I can actually afford it. Yeah, I think hexagons are more ergonomic for sure. I haven't actually tried, but just watching people play it, I think the grid is it's a little weird. I mean, the other thing with the instrument is it's not designed to be a microtonal instrument. It's just well, I say Kite has figured out a way to make it one. And, thanks to that, thanks to his custom firmware, I can use it as a microtonal controller and it works fine, but it is, compared to a Lumitone, it's pretty limited in terms of like what tunings it can handle. And I'm really interested in like medium-sized tunings, like stuff between like 20 and 55, I guess. Which you can do all of those on the instrument, but you won't get more than like an octave or two of range. So I mean, I could just have an instrument and I would be busy for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Like I don't need a Lumitone, but it just eats at me every single day. Like I'm just so obsessed with getting one. And I want to play with 34 so badly. And you can do stuff in 27 on here, but like it's just so limited. Like it really sucks to do like Bose and K on here. And I have like a workaround for 22, but it's like not. It's really hard to learn. Like it's really unintuitive. And I'm doing my best to learn it, but like it's not easy. It's not super ergonomic. I mean, it's relatively ergonomic, but it's not. I'm willing to bet Lumitone, just doing Bose and K, is way more ergonomic. I come from piano background. Yeah, that's the other thing. It basically like mimics piano, so it's kind of what I know. It's Lumitone is more or less a microtonal piano, and I feel like I could do a lot more physically with a Lumitone, a lot more comfortably. But I love this thing. Like, it's awesome. I don't see myself ever like stopping the instrument. I'll probably always use this as my like desk, like my like quote unquote desktop controller. Like every time I sit down at the DAW, I'll probably have the instrument. Yeah, it's meant to be used as a normal controller. Like, I can show you like this is the normal layout for the instrument if it's in 12 Edo. And hold on. If I can find Surge, I'll turn off the micro tuning. So here it is in 12. And this is the default layout. And it's basically set up like a guitar. So like, you can customize it, but yeah, basically defaults to like a guitar layout. So this would be like, just like you play guitar scale. Yeah, I haven't really learned like the instrument in the default mode, really. Like early on I messed with it. Yeah, you can bend notes and do all kinds of fun stuff. It's like a hybrid of guitar and piano. It's got this cool pitch bend. It's got this XY axis, so like where you hit the pad, like on the vertical axis, will like change the sound slightly. And yeah, oh, it's two dogs are here. Dog with a bone, dog with a bone, and dog fan. Hell yeah, dude! Welcome, dogs. Yeah, it's a cool controller. I mean, it's pretty sick. Like, you can map this this y-axis to like whatever. You can map it to the filter or whatever. Hold on, this doesn't even sound cool. Let's try this. I don't think it's working. Oh, I'm messing with the wrong synth. My bad. Sorry. So like on here. So where I'm at, so if I slide this pad up and down, if I run my finger up, that's going with the filter now. So it has a pitch bend if I go left, right. And it's got the filter being controlled by the up down position. Make some music with a normal tuning. Yeah, I have a if you want to, I play piano and sing on my other channel. If you follow me there, I don't do much instrument stuff though, but I got this thing specifically to play microtonally, really. Yeah, I mean, the little instrument is pretty cool. And if you play guitar, it's like pretty intuitive. But yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, I should get going. I got to get some sleep before I go teach tomorrow. But yeah, I'm not gonna no music stream tomorrow. I'm gonna try a different schedule starting this week. Because my work schedule is a little different. I teach piano. So going forward, I'm gonna basically take the day off Wednesday. I'll do like gaming streams and stuff probably still, but I'm gonna skip the music stuff on Wednesday. But I am gonna stream on Friday. So because I'm gonna end up working Friday night anyway, so I'm not gonna get a real night off. So I figure I might as well just stream Friday. Because I think I'm not sure, but I think Friday's probably a good day to stream anyway. Because everybody's off work. So, because usually Saturdays are pretty good. And, yeah, so I imagine Fridays are kind of similar. But, yeah. Anyway, so, if you want to see my gaming channel, if you want to watch me play some Super Metroid ROM hacks, I might be doing that tomorrow. But otherwise, I'll be back day after tomorrow. Gonna be doing more of this. And yeah, look forward to seeing y'all then. So yeah, have a good rest of your day and night and all that. The link cured you of your Luma desires. Yeah, it hasn't quite sated me, you know. I still like feel like I need a Lumatone. I don't know. It bugs me, man. Like I think this year I'm just gonna make it a point to just get one. I'm just gonna keep grinding for the man. Keep delivering food. Do more Uber Eats deliveries until I can just buy one. 280 subs. I am very close to 280 subs. I might already have 280 subs. I haven't looked. I'm one away. If there's an unsubbed viewer right now who wants to push me over to 280. No. Mostly composed at keyboard like you had a powdered wig. Keeb? I get a powdered wig? Wait, what? 280th stream? That's not gonna happen either. I mean, what stream am I on now? 234? I guess it's possible. Seems very unlikely though. That's what it said, powdered. Powdered. Alright. Later.